Say you love me, say it like you
Oh,
mean. 'Cause lately I've
Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And today I have some special guests. I have Madison and I have Ash. And what they're going to talk about, they're teenagers. So they're going to talk about the view of the Black Lives Matter through the eyes of teenagers and the protests and so forth. I'm giving them the lead way and they're just going to go. So introduce yourself and you can have at it.
Hello.
hi. I'm Ash. I'm 15. I'm Mexican American. Um, that's me.
Oh yeah. I'm Madison. I'm 16, and I am African white. I don't know. White. Oh, mixed. I'm mixed. Yes.
So Black Lives Matter.
Yes. Yes.
It's a protest. Not a protest. It's a movement. And if you don't know, I don't know why. You should know, but if you don't, basically, movement for the justice of those who have felt discrimination because of their race, mainly being black, and
They have lost their lives to
police brutality, mainly. And part of that is trying to come up with police reform in the United States. And a lot of, at least in my experience, I've seen a lot of people start coming up and fighting for those rights to, not be oppressed in their daily lives. And especially through a systematic government that was built with such racism. So,
senior.
It's your turn. Go ahead. What do you have to say?
What I have to say is I don't really know. I don't have anything to go off of what she said, but
as teenagers,
yes.
I grew up always feeling a sort of like indifference with a lot of things that, like in the government and just like society.
They don't
Same.
favor people of color.
Yeah. Although I myself am pretty white passing, there have been times where other people in my family have experienced discrimination or just not felt equal. And although I'm not black myself, it's like a whole movement for all those that are of color. And being young and experiencing so much of that, I feel like it has been a long time coming for people fighting. And I feel like now a lot of those in the protests are very educated yet very young, and it sucks that this generation has to be the ones to say, hey, what you're doing isn't right. Meanwhile, a lot of those in government are full-grown adults.
It's almost like they're the children.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to be like, hey, not everyone is the same as you, but you still need to be nice.
Yeah.
So
I myself went to a protest the other day in downtown Ohio, and it was really shocking. It was nice. It was nice though. It was shocking, but it was a nice experience to see everybody come together like that. And just, I don't know. It also feels ridiculous though to need to do that in order to get, I don't know, equality and justice. But it was still an amazing experience, and I'm glad I went there. There were a lot of negative parts of it, sadly, but I mean, I still went there and I said what I said, and I would go again, for sure.
And although we're so young, we try to do the best we can. Clearly, we can't just like go and donate all this money because we are so young, and like go to protest whenever and have all these things to make sure we're safe. But even so, I have a lot of friends and peers that are still like doing what they can, like signing petitions and watching videos that send funds to those that need like bailouts or just help, getting justice for those who have lost loved ones. And I think it's very moving, but also we are only like in our teen years, so constantly seeing all these deaths and murders and just not even like someone taking a life, but also causing mental health damage. It can weigh a lot on you, and not being able to do so much, it definitely takes a toll. But I think this generation is definitely going to do the best to be the last that has to face all of this. And but it just sucks that it's taken so long for people to actually listen. I remember seeing someone took a picture of this sign that was made, and it said "Justice for blank," and underneath it said, "I left this blank because I might not know who will lead this in the future." And that picture was taken 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would you guys say about your friends, like that you go to school with? Do you think that they're supporting this movement, or if they're, if they even give two shits about Black Lives Matter? Are they out there protesting, or are some of them just oblivious and don't give a shit?
I do have quite a few friends that they are people of color themselves, and they're definitely fighting and spreading information. But there are also quite a bit of people that I've seen in the past. They have said some negative things, especially about Black people, or at least like using the N-word and trying to use Black culture, and yet they're not fighting for Black lives. So it's definitely a split, and especially in school, at least in our school, there is quite a bit of white kids that I know they wouldn't
Step up.
Yeah, but I myself am surrounded by people that I know would agree with me, so I have that, and I know my friends are on the same page and they share the same posts and spread information. But I know there are definitely quite a bit of kids that have had the privilege of just being like, oh, it doesn't impact me, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's time to get rid of them toxic friends.
Yeah.
If they don't agree, and I mean, how could they not? So if they don't agree, that's some type of friend you don't need.
Yeah.
Just forget it. If they're gonna be sitting there, oh, woe is me, oh well, Black Lives Matter, and I'm getting tired of looking at that. Let's play Roblox or
I know.
Minecraft or whatever, then they're useless anyway.
It's like you shouldn't have to argue about just
No.
human rights. Right?
No. We shouldn't have to argue.
And eventually you get tired of it.
Yeah, it does get old.
And I think everybody's tired of it.
You think?
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk to you guys because of your perspective, you being in high school,
Well, there's definitely like some family members I know would try to kind of argue and be like, oh, well, not all cops are bad, or well, there's a reason why it's only Black people. And it sucks that I'm the younger one, yet I'm the one that has to tell them like, oh, it's not that way. Like, I don't know, like the whole police system itself isn't good. It started off as slave patrols, and then people try saying, oh, who are you gonna call if you're in trouble? Like, we don't need to abolish all, like, protection and all that, but it can be reformed in a way that is
beneficial
safe.
to all.
Yeah, rather than just rich white people.
Yeah, because it's obvious that the whole system is just beneficial to white people,
Yeah.
mostly.
And
It shows.
yeah, and those like,
I hope that one day it can be fixed and get better, because it's what everybody deserves.
definitely.
Do you think that it's going to be fixed with these protests now? Do you think it's going to be fixed for the future, or do you think we're going to still be doing this in 6 years or 5 years? Or
I don't know. It's sad to think about.
I think all these protests, it was like George Floyd was definitely like the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
And I've seen like a few states like Michigan, they're adding more like police officers have to go through more training in order to become an officer, and like every year they're gonna be required to send a report of all the uninstigated and like abuse of power. And I know in one state they were taking down the statue of a racist man, so at least there's that. And I've seen like, I can't name everything off the top of my head, but I have seen a lot of changes being made through different states. So all these protests and the momentum we have is definitely making a difference. It just takes small steps.
I agree. So, in closing, what do you guys have to say to the people that are listening to my podcast?
Support Black Lives Matter in the protests. Go if you can. Yeah, just go if you can, and fight for what's right.
Yeah.
And don't step down if someone tells you to.
Thank you for listening and trying to get educated. And if you are our age, please, if you're already supporting, keep going. If this is an eye-opener for you, make sure not to just stop here, but also get informed on others' experiences. And just thank you, and I hope this helps.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening, and we hope that this conversation helps you see through the eyes of the teenagers. So thank you so much, we appreciate it. Be safe. Bye-bye.